Welcome everybody to a very special video. I'm inside the Zeekr 009 in this video, and in this video I will be talking not only about the car but also on the luxury industry or the auto OEM venturing into that with NIO ET9, which I'll be comparing to this approach here by Zeekr, but also we know that BYD has its sub-brand with Yangwang, we've got Avatar and so on. So, new Chinese cars, certainly priced very, very high. What do they do and how do they do that? So, first off, I've been driving here from Hongqiao Airport to the special event location. Let me show you some videos here. You can get an impression. This has been a very nice picked location in my opinion. Some hotel, spa outside of Shanghai. As you can see, it's really combining heritage, tradition, modernity, and architecture and design. So this was where we got a very special event here with the German designer launching the new special edition car. You see here a red carpet event with celebrities joining, and I've been invited. I have to be transparent. Zeekr covered the hotel, so otherwise I wouldn't be able to stay there and cover the event. And again, back to the car, maybe get you some insights about this experience. So this was actually the grand edition, so the previous edition, what is having many of the elements of this new special edition as well. As you can see, all of these luxurious elements and special elements inside, targeting Chinese CEOs and businessmen. So what you can see here is me in the rear cabin, lots of space. It's actually two seats, two grand seats, which you can really spread out. You have massage function, you can lean back, you are in your separate cabin. In the front you also have the driver's cabin with two more seats, so in total this car can fit 4 persons, which is kind of strange. If you look at how big the car is, you would think it could fit 6, 7 people, but no, this is a very special edition for CEOs. One problem that I had here was this fridge is obviously a nice add-on, but I wasn't able to reach it. Maybe my arms are too short here, but when I was strapped in the in the passenger seat here, I wasn't able to reach out and grab a water out of the fridge because it was too much in front of me. But anyways, other than that, really pleasant experience in this back seat. As you can see, a big screen that wasn't turned on, and then in the back you have some space, but not too much space, as you can see, for additional luggage. So most of the space is actually taken in order to make it as much as pleasant experience for riding in the back here. And then you have this little display to control everything, like the airflow, the vents, the massage function. And as you can see here, this is a little sneak peek into the driver's segment. So you have a really big separation, a physical separation. You can only push a button to talk with the mic to the people in front of you driving you. And then you have possibility to charge your phone, and I was struggling with that in the first place, and actually also my co-driver to find a USB charging port. There's not too much charging actually to be found in the car. But anyways, into the presentation. So obviously a nice presentation with lots of celebrities from Hong Kong, from mainland China. A little bit more on the, let's say, traditional side, because obviously this car is really targeting more traditional CEO and businessmen in my understanding here. We had a little incident here because I always also had my baby and Miriam with us, so we dropped the milk bottle there. But thanks to Zeekr to make it very uncomplicated to join with my little family here to be part of this event, which was really high level, top tier, as you can see. Obviously talking through the CEO, talking through all of the features like safety and the cultural elements here, like having a drink in the back seat. Talking about the fridge, which, to be honest, I had a little bit of a problem there because this button to open it wasn't so obvious to me in the first place. Opening was fine, but then if I fumbled around with my fingers to close it again, I would actually touch the displays and these other buttons there and possibly changing some of those settings, I'm not sure. So yeah, with that fridge design and placement, I did have a little bit of an issue, but other than that, I'm sure it's a great added functionality for the CEOs there. And as you can see, this was this very impressive outer experience of the car. Frankly, I have to say, I was always not a big fan of Zeekr as a brand until maybe 2023, 2024, when I came back to China and really thought that the good part about Zeekr is that it's having a unique design, you know, something that stands out, and as I learned in this event, also very China design rooted, heritage rooted kind of design. So this is what I really loved about the Zeekr. And by the way, it's also a German designer, so despite the fact that I have a foreign designer, still many of these details here which have been stressed during this presentation, rooted in Chinese art and heritage and culture. And I will show to you in a second also how it looked on stage. Like, you know, these might be ceramic blends here for the tires. And let me tell you how they have looked in person when we had the opportunity to go on stage. By the way, you may know him from his YouTube channel, a very big YouTuber that has also been invited here, Barrett from China. And you know, you see now all of these very details which they worked into the car. For example, this golden strip here. Fun fact, what makes this car also so expensive and unique here, this special badge, this design that they have launched here, is that there is actual real gold worked into the car in some of these things, like this logo design here. So here you can clearly see a differentiation between NIO and Zeekr here. As you can see, it's a little bit more old school with Zeekr. Also this very nice floor here made out of a special material from animals. I think it's alpaca. Very nice feel to it, very premium, very luxury. And yeah, I mean, needless to say, it's been a very spacious, enjoyable ride in the car and experience. And this special edition even is much more than the car that I have already tested. But as you can see also, you know, some of that might look a little bit gimmicky or old-fashioned and more traditional, something where I would say NIO is in a different segment with the ET9 that is more geared towards almost a tech entrepreneur type of CEO. But what I think is interesting here is that, you know, this is an MPV type of vehicle, very different to NIO's approach with the sedan, which, you know, may be a drawback, to be honest, because you don't have this separation between the different cabins. And, you know, maybe CEOs really have this like larger car and might be preferring that. So Zeekr might have been have a benefit here of launching it that way into the segment, into this premium to luxury segment, versus NIO going versus this sedan type of chosen path, right? But then there were also some drawbacks with the Zeekr that I noticed. During the ride, it was quite bumpy going outside of the city and into the countryside to the special type of event. And here clearly NIO, with its clear motion suspension technology, has something that the Zeekr doesn't have. And it wasn't unenjoyable, it wasn't too bumpy, but you could clearly see that we've been bouncing and such, and I'm not sure whether or not that could have been improved much with the Zeekr. And therefore, you can see this clear, distinct way of how those brands are launching towards the segment, but the preferences and the target segments themselves in detail are differentiated a bit. So it's really good to have this experience, not only also to see how Zeekr is doing those events differently to, for example, a NIO. And overall, I do think it's a well thought through product that I think is very China targeted. I'm not sure how well this might be accepted overseas, whereas the NIO, just being more modern, more techy, more stylish even in my perception, but certainly I'm not in the target group for both really, right? I'm not the NIO ET9 type of guy, but I'm also not this MPV type of person, but I can certainly see how this is resonating well, both of the cars with different approaches to their respective target group. So thanks again, Zeekr, for making this possible. Really nice experience, and yeah, enjoyed it. More than 100,000 euros if you convert it, 890,000 RMB. I think those cars exist in China. They are luxurious, they are beautiful, they are working well, and they have lots of things, especially also in this lineup of the broader portfolio of the OEM that the Western OEM need to have a look at the auto show and think of how they can compete and copy that in many senses. So thanks for watching, and see you in my next videos.